Don't Breathe 2. I was a fan of the original Don't Breathe, like many people. I absolutely love claustrophobic horror like that. I mean, I've mentioned many times horror is my favorite genre, and someone is trapped, trying not to be seen. You can't really beat that, and I actually like the twist. I found out the end, the revelation, and what it led to. I think it was the perfect resolution for that movie. Now, I was surprised, like many people, to find out, and again, as my usual policy, I'm going to avoid spoilers for this movie, but if you're watching the video, I'm going to assume you've seen the first one. I'm not going to avoid spoilers for that. So, I was surprised to see the plot for this new Don't Breathe. Heck, I was even wondering how they'd make a sequel for it, and when I found out that the monster, the villain from the first movie, is raising a daughter of his own, I thought, well, is he supposed to be a good guy now? That doesn't seem right. And then some characters try to abduct that daughter, of whom her dad, if you want to call him that, is unhealthily possessive. Now, those other characters have their own story. Should we be rooting for them? We find out, and that's dynamic, whom we're rooting for, whom we're not. I'll say that much. And then it was tricky finding a way to resolve this. You know what? I actually think they did just right again. Now, granted, I don't think this was nearly as good as the first movie, but in fact, I hesitate to even recommend it. May just watch it. May just stream it. Don't bother going to the theater for it. Even streaming, if it's with a service you have, don't bother paying for it. That's what I'm saying. Oh, heck, even if you have an AMC A-list membership and a Regal Unlimited membership like I do, I wouldn't bother going to the theater for those things, you know. I just save the gas money, whatever, stay home. But I didn't particularly dislike the movie. I was kind of indifferent towards it. My feelings have to do with the quality of the scares, or the lack of scares, I should say. You know, without the tension added by the first movie's hook, the fact that the main characters in that movie are trying to avoid getting heard or smelt by a blind man. Well, you don't have that here. The blind man is the pursuer. And honestly, it just becomes a regular, for the main part anyway, and it just becomes some regular action movie about a pursuit, and not a very good one. Yeah, I'll reiterate, my lukewarm feelings towards the movie have to do with the scares, a lack of scares, not with a moral objection. Some people took issue with the fact that a rapist is suddenly supposed to be a hero in this movie, but I disagree. I mean, he's not the hero. The little girl is the hero, the heroine. And she's fantastic. The child actress gives a terrific performance, really keeps us gripped. And then she's only a preteen, a tween. But that just conveys a lot of maturity, a lot of strength for her age, and she really captures our hearts. You know, the blind man from the first movie is a deuteragonist, as you heard from TV tropes, second hero at some point for at least part of the movie, but then also in the early part, he's still a villain, you know, he's the abnormally protective father the child wants to get away from, and ultimately, I think what they do with his character, it is a perfect resolution. Anyone should be able to find, there's an opportunity for redemption, I feel. You know, that's my faith talking, but I think this movie speaks to that. And again, I think, once again, the filmmakers have given us a perfect resolution for the story in question. Granted, it's not a particularly scary story, and that's why I'd say pass on this film, unless you can stream it for free at home, and you're a big fan of the first one, but Being the story's not scary, it's a story that's fairly well told. For further thoughts of mine, you can go to my written blog at autisticartcritic.com. Also follow us on Facebook and don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. Thank you.